friends, hello yogis. It's Haley here again. I just want to share with you a video today about how to harness your concentration or your abilities to even sustain attention, um, which is very similar, but it's a different task. In a concentration, we're really focused. We're gripping onto a subject matter or a task that we're working on. Um, but with a sustained attention, we're still very aware of what's going on around us, but we're not allowing ourselves to get detoured. There isn't that sort of grip to a sustained attention. Um, and for me, I think it's a very important skill to practice outside of the tasks I'm working on, because it really helps my writing. It's very important as a writer to have a sort of hygiene to prepare yourself to sit down and write, especially for those moments when you end up getting blocked or your mind shuts down from writing. And so developing that really nice hygiene for your creative mind or your analytical mind is very important. I will admit that I have used this exercise more than once in the last couple of weeks as I've been moving all of my face-to-face classes online, because that way I can still be very attentive to what's happening inside of my body, and with my son, and with my cat, but I also am really able to focus or be attentive to the task at hand without losing my train of thought if I'm interrupted. So here's the practice that I engage in before I'm beginning to write so that I can really engage that focus. Palms face down, as I very much like in my practice, and making sure that palms are on thighs. I don't want to have my hands forward, because that means if my hands are forward, that means I'm going to have to tip my body forward a touch, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to bring my heels right underneath my knees instead of back, which is a little more comfortable for my leg height to sit that way in most chairs. I'm going to step them forward, not too much, but just beneath my knees. And I'm going to check in with my back. For most of us, when we're sitting down and feeling relaxed, we have this little curve right back here. And so I'm going to lift up through my belly, and I'm going to relax my shoulders without adding an arch. So as I'm adding an arch, my rib cage splays forward, but I'm going to slide my ribs down over my belly. Yes, belly. And so as I find my way into this pose and I relax my elbows right at my sides, not reaching and not jutting back, my hands are going to fall naturally right on my thighs. I'm just making sure that the shoulders are relaxed and the neck is relaxed and that my rib cage is slid back. It really wants to reach forward. And I find that I do that a little bit more in times when I'm trying to be confident and I'm not actually feeling confident. It's like this sort of, like a subconscious or an unconscious bolstering of myself. But I can be confident without adding an extra layer of selfhood to that. And the same with the rib cage flipping up. I really don't have to worry about projecting myself. I can simply come back into the self and into the straight, long spine. And so I'm going to rub my hands on my thighs just so that I can feel. And it's also going to allow me to soften my hands so that I'm not using these like blade hands, that I'm not being robotic about it. I'm just really relaxed and creating a warm, soft place for my hands. And then after that movement, again, I'm just going to check in, rib cage down, Low belly lifted. I can even feel that lift as low as my pelvic bone. But again, I'm going to make sure there's no gripping here, that it's just a gentle support, and that my heart is relaxed and confident without projecting. And then I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to breathe deeply into my body through my nose. My mouth is closed. Exhale out, open mouth. Inhale, closed mouth. Exhale, open mouth. One more inhale. And one more exhale. I'm going to begin to breathe in and out through my nose. I'm going to feel my feet touching the earth and spreading my toes wide in my shoes. I'm going to feel my sits bones pressing down into the chair and my belly relaxing open for the breath. My shoulders release a little further from my ears. And I become tall right out the top of my head. My body barely balanced on the chair, on the floor. I am light. The breath is soft. I have an email. I heard that happen. I'm going to allow that to happen and let it go. It's not going anywhere. I will be able to pick it up later. Every thought of that sound releases. I hear other sounds around me. Traffic, time. Every sound I hear, I acknowledge and release. No need to create ideas or thoughts or judgments. Every thought leaving as soon as it arrives. I begin to breathe into my belly and exhale from my belly. If I'm having a particularly tight day or I just need a little extra support or reminder, I can bring my hands onto my belly. Inhale, feeling the belly expand, and exhale, releasing the belly back. And I'm careful as I do this, not to begin lifting that rib cage or opening it, but keeping the rib cage down over belly. I find the rib cage expanding with the belly. How flexible my rib cage can be. Opening into breath. And Once I feel comfortable here, I can bring my hands back down to my thighs, again giving a gentle rub and relaxing elbows at sides. And checking in with the length. I look for any areas of tension, of holding. This right hip loves to hold. I'm going to relax it. Any other parts of my body. Including my face. Relaxing the muscles in my face. And allowing myself to breathe. And as my brain begins to feel a little calmer, and I feel ready for my work, I allow chin to come to chest, eyes to blink open, and gaze to come forward. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.